music talks to each other. So Jason and I just met. I've seen him play out before, like at the sawmill and stuff, but we just met like 15 minutes ago. So it's kind of cool how you can put stuff together. So that's awesome. Good time. Right here.
Tonight's gig was a local gig in Irma, Wisconsin. But being local doesn't make the gig any less important, or the drive there any less beautiful. Jeb's Bar and Grill is only 13 miles from my home. It's approximately 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back through the Irma countryside. It may have been a short journey for me, but this event was helping make a much longer and more meaningful journey possible for a group of veterans. Jeb's was hosting a fundraiser for the Veterans Honor Flight. The Honor Flight helps send veterans to Washington, D.C., where they can visit the memorials built in their honor. Going into the event, the organizers hoped to raise enough money for approximately 5 or 6 Honor Flight tickets. But by the end of the night, the community would do considerably more than that. Before I left home, my manager contacted me and asked if I could arrive early. Another solo musician named Steve was performing before my scheduled show, and my manager wanted to know if I would be willing to play a few songs with him. Steve and I had never played together. In fact, we had only met a few minutes before the clip that you saw at the beginning of this video. We didn't have a rehearsal, a planned set list, or prepared arrangements. I simply arrived early, listened to part of Steve's show, and prepared to see what would happen. We ended up playing almost an entire set together. Some of them were songs we hadn't played in years. Others, we had to figure out what the other musician was doing while the song was already underway. When two musicians play together without rehearsing, they have to listen, watch, and adjust in real time. It wasn't polished by any means, but that wasn't what made the experience worthwhile. What mattered was the connection. In a matter of minutes, two musicians who had never played together found enough common ground to make music. Steve's comment summed it up perfectly. Music brings musicians together. By the time we finished, it felt like this could become more than a one-time collaboration. I think there's a very good chance that Steve and I will be doing this again. After our unexpected set together, it was time for me to begin the show I had originally come to Jeb's to perform. The music continued, and so did the reason everyone gathered there that night. Throughout the event, people continued donating and supporting the Veterans Honor Flight. Remember, the original hope was to raise enough money for approximately 5 or 6 tickets.
But we were able to raise $1,500 with the silent auction, so we are currently at a count of 16 veterans that we're able to send. I don't know if you know, John's goal was 5 and my goal was 10, so we're at 16. That is pretty freaking amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
As the night continued, that total kept climbing. They had hoped to raise enough money for 5 or 6 honor flights. By the end of that event, they had raised enough money for 20. That was the real accomplishment of the night. People came together and helped make it possible for more veterans to travel to Washington, D.C. and experience those memorials in person. This night brought people together in 2 different ways. Music brought 2 musicians together who had met only minutes earlier, and the Honor Flight fundraiser brought a community together to support the veterans who served our country. My journey to Jeb's was only 13 miles. But because of what happened there, 20 Honor Flight tickets could help make a much more meaningful journey possible. That's why this local gig mattered. Thank you to Jeb's, Steve, MGM Entertainment, the organizers, and everyone who donated or helped make the fundraiser successful. I'm the Northwoods bassist. Thank you for coming along for the ride.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I've worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take